Hey, it's Eran here. In this training video, I want to share with you the little things you need to know about when you are recording a training video or a webinar or a sales video or a video for your social media. And these little things sometimes go a little bit unnoticed. And I just wanted to cover it because these are mistakes that I've personally made. And I want to make sure that you don't do those mistakes, or at least raise your awareness so you make less of those mistakes. So there is a few things that you want to do before you actually start recording. The first thing you want to do is you want to check your audio. And by checking your audio means that you actually, depending on what software you're using, whether it's Zoom or whether it's Wave Video or whether it's Loom or anything along these lines, if you have the option to test your video for 5-10 seconds and listen to make sure that the audio is working, please do that. I can't even tell you how many times I have recorded an 8-minute or a 10-minute video. I think even one time it was a 50-minute video, and then only to find out that I did not actually have the audio turned on. So this is really important. Always test your audio. That's mistake number one, and the first thing you really want to make sure. The second thing is that before you hit record, you always want to make sure you are smiling. So you don't want to be preparing to record and then you want to be with your face like this and then hit record and then say, "Hi everybody," and then you start smiling. Just before you actually hit the record button, make sure you're with your face to the camera, you're smiling, and then you hit record and then you start your webinar. It's just going to be way better that way so people don't catch you in a funny moment, okay? Another thing is, of course, before you hit the record button, actually observe the camera for a moment. Have a look. Is your hair done? Do you need to shave? If you're a girl, you need to put makeup on. Check these little things, that you need to make sure. I mean, there's even mistakes that I've seen people do. You get a little booger in your nose, okay? So just those little things, make sure you really are all set. The lighting is not too bad. You don't have dark over your eyes, things along these lines. Now, by the way, I'm no expert in lighting or anything like that, okay? And there's people who do it way better than me. But those little points of awareness are going to be helpful for you to just pay attention to them. The next thing is that if you are using a face-to-face camera where basically you are seeing yourself at the same time of you doing the video, typically, especially when I do a video, I always I end up looking at me when I'm actually doing the video. Now, right now, I'm making a strong effort to look directly, eye contact on the camera. But right below me is I can see myself. Now, if I was to move myself and move the camera where it is, you will see that I'm moving it to the bottom right now. And I'm continuing to look at myself, which makes it very obvious that I'm not looking at the camera and I'm no longer talking to the person. So again, if I'm moving it up, again, you could see that I'm moving on the screen just by seeing my eyes and how they move. Now I'm looking directly at the camera and my face is visually right directly under the actual camera. So it looks like I'm really looking at the camera. Now, this is especially important when you're doing Zoom calls with people one-on-one. This is really important. So when you have your face, make sure that it's directly below the camera. It will just make it easier so it appears like you're really making eye contact, so to speak, with Zoom. The next thing that I want to make sure is if you're recording with your phone, when I can tell you, when I first started online, I recorded everything on my phone, okay? This is an amazing tool to help you start your video marketing efforts because it's always in your pocket and it's really good camera and you're going to use it. Now, I think that for the first 6 months at least of me posting content online, I always did it like this. And this is kind of natural because that's like the selfie style with Instagram. However, if you want to do YouTube videos or training videos, you always want to make sure you are recording in landscape, okay? So this is portrait, this is landscape. So make sure you record your videos in landscape. It's going to look way better when you are actually editing the video, when you're posting the video on social media and things along these lines. And also, if you were to do landscape, but you want it to be a portrait like this for your social media, like your stories as an example, you can actually always put some sort of title at the top, subtitles below, Gary Vee style videos as well. So there's always options to edit that. You really want to focus and try to do most of your videos on landscape. If you go through my YouTube channel and you actually search for very, very old videos of mine, little vlog short videos, you will notice a lot of my videos on my channel, which I've left up there. They're not really good, to be honest, but I left it up there just for the sake of, showing the history, I guess. You'll see that they're all like this, and it's not a good look for YouTube and course videos and stuff like that. Another mistake that I've made is sometimes when I'm recording an over-the-shoulder tutorial like Canva video or a tutorial where I'm showing my screen, people can actually see my mouse moving around. And sometimes what I did is I accidentally put the mouse cursor where my face is. So when I actually see the video, you can see me talking to the camera, but you actually see like the mouse literally like on my nose, and it's impossible to actually edit it out. I think there is videos on my channel, I don't know which one, there's probably at least 1 or 2 videos on my channel still, where the entire video is with the mouse cursor on my nose. And to be honest, I remember doing it and seeing it later, and I thought, I so could not care less about actually recording this video again. If people have a problem with the mouse cursor being on my nose, so be it, okay? But I do try to make an effort to avoid that scenario. So this is something that has happened to me and may happen to you. So you just want to be careful when you're recording face to camera that the mouse cursor is not in your face or somewhere where it's distracting. The last thing I'll mention, and this is particularly applicable when you're doing Zoom calls or if you're using Wave Video and tools like that. If you are doing some sort of a webinar, make sure you record it. Now, typically I record it to either desktop or the cloud. There is 2 options. Now, the reason I would do it to desktop, and I have done it for a long time, is simply because it always goes to my computer, and what the benefit of that is it's there on my computer and it's not on the cloud. There's no like things that could go wrong. It just goes to your computer. Now, doesn't mean things can't go wrong, but that's just how I did it before. The drawback on doing something like that is it takes storage on your computer. Alternatively, you can save it on the Zoom cloud. Now, I assume that there's a limit to how much you can do, and therefore it might become costly depending on what you're using. At the time of recording this video, for example, when I'm recording this training, I use Searchy. And what happens when I record a Zoom video, it automatically saves to the cloud and pulls it to Searchy automatically. So I don't have to manually upload it to Searchy. So now I record things to the cloud, but for many years, I've actually recorded it straight to my desktop. So it's mostly a question of storage as to whether you want to do it on the cloud or whether you want to do it on your desktop. That's about it. Thanks a lot for watching this short training video. Hope you find value in these little tips and mistakes and things to do before you record a live webinar or training video or anything along these lines. I've got other tutorials on my channel on what software to use, how to use it, and things along these lines. You can check it out somewhere around here and learn more about recording videos for your online business. That's about it. Thanks a lot for watching. If you found value in this video, please leave a comment below with the word value. And if you have any tutorial you want me to record, leave a question or a comment about what tutorial you want me to record. And don't forget to subscribe. That's about it. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll speak to you soon.